Hi there. My name's John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we are part of the ELCA. And welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text and we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree or the kids' room or the garage or the junk drawer. You know how we've been doing it. Thank you for spending a little bit of your week with me in this way. And thank you for the love that you are sharing with your congregation, your kids, and your families. You are rocking it. Sometimes they forget to tell you that. So let me be the one to tell you that you are rocking it. Thank you. And thank you for your partnership in this ministry. This is for the Revised Common Lectionary. We're looking at it's at that point where 16th Sunday after Pentecost. You know, you get to these Sundays, you're like, am I at the 100 millionth Sunday after Pentecost? Anyway, 16th Sunday after Pentecost, we're looking at the gospel lesson. When I read this gospel lesson, I think of there's a book that Philip Yancey put out years ago, What's So Amazing About Grace? And he talks about an article that he wrote for Christianity Today. I almost said Christian Century, but Christianity Today. And it was about how God is bad at math. And so this idea that it's like the thing, grace makes things, not add up. Or the flashback to Reliant K when they in one of their lines in Be My Escape, the beauty about grace is it makes life not fair, because if it was fair, I'm in trouble. So here, this text about forgiving. How many times do we have to forgive? Oh, yeah. So the springboard that I've used before, and I love this one. And it's been a while, I believe, since we've used this one. But the Dollar Tree or Joann's or Michael's or Kroger's, you get a spool of thread, and you put that spool of thread in your pants pocket or the pocket of your, like an inside pocket if your clergy shirt or whatever, if you have a pocket. Now, I say that realizing that that there are some clothes that don't have pockets. I don't get it. But, and my female clergy friends that are like, yeah, tell me about it. All we want is a pocket. So if you don't have a pocket, take any type of bag. You can even take a Ziploc bag. You can take a cloth bag, and you can pin it inside your alb or inside your shirt. So you just want something where that spool of thread can rest. Because what you're going to do is you're going to take the thread, and this is the hardest part about the whole children's sermon is feeding the thread through the needle. So you're going to take a needle and you're going to feed a thread through the shirt from the inside out. So and make sure that the thread is a dark thread, or if you've got a black alb or a black shirt, a light thread, like a white thread, that's something that contrasts. So you want that there. And so the idea is you've got a spool of thread that's connected to a thread that comes out of the, poked out of the shirt. And it looks like you just have one of those stray little threads. We've all had it. We've had to the point where you see a thread and you reach and you grab it. And we've had that experience when you go and you reach and you grab it and you go to pull it, and it actually is attached to the shirt and attached to the seam. And next thing you know, your arm is full. Okay, maybe not that extreme, but if you haven't experienced it, you're lucky. It's fun. It's like, if I keep pulling on this, I'm not going to have a shirt. This all is this springboard comes from a practical joke, and the idea is the practical joke is you have a long piece of thread on the back of your shirt, and you can see it and all that. And so let's say you're standing in line at the grocery store, you're at the coffee shop probably, because everyone wants to be friendly and helpful, and they see that little thread and they reach up and they grab it, and and when they grab it, it pulls out. And so what ends up happening is that as they're pulling it, it just unrolls, feeds off of the roll. So you can pull. It's quite hilarious, actually. And it's actually one of those jokes I like because it's not harmful, and it does not, I don't know, my practical jokes have to be very mild. I do not like the idea of making fun of somebody, but that's just this. So But I digress. Back to the springboard. So you've got that there, and no one else is going to notice, but you're going to notice. You're going to be talking about, man, on this gospel lesson that Jesus gets asked a question. How many times? And how many times? And you look down and you see the thread, and you're like, and you go to pull it, and it pulls out and pulls, and then you go, you know what? This reminds me. This reminds me of the story of the gospel lesson of Jesus' words about forgiveness, about how we are called to, we keep on keeping on. We forgive and 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 we forgive, and to the point where it seems almost ridiculous. Forgive and forgive and forgive, and it just keeps throwing. Now you don't have to. You can, at one point you can just grab the whole and just break it off and continue, but it makes a point, and I think it's hilarious, and the kids like it, and they get a laugh out of it, but it makes a point, and it drives home. So anyway, that's the springboard. I'm hoping it makes sense. I'm hoping that, as you can see, I'm here today it's Saturday morning. I'm next week. I'm gone all next week, and so the next children's sermon will be posted the Monday when I get back. But we're here for God's work, our hands, and I don't have my springboard with me, so I'd show you, but hopefully that makes sense of what I explained, and I'm hoping it can be a springboard for your own children's sermon. So thank you so much for for spending time with me in this way. If you haven't, you probably noticed one place or another, but my Advent devotional is out, so if you want to take a look at that, I'd appreciate that. But I hope you have a fantastic week. This next week, I'll be in Montana hiking with my dad and my cousin. So that I'm looking forward to. Anyway, all right, peace. We will see you next time.